A woman's body is covered in mysterious ancient texts. Her golden eyes are hauntingly strange. To suppress the evil power within her, humans bound her tightly with heavy iron chains. They continuously pumped toxic mercury into her body. This is the only way to keep her dark powers in check. If she ever breaks free from this seal, the entire world will be plunged into a living hell. 5,000 years ago, Amenet was a princess of ancient Egypt. The king had no sons, so she was naturally next in line for the throne. The pharaoh raised her to be a ruthless ruler. Amenet firmly believed she controlled everything. After her father's death, she would become the supreme queen, but fate dealt her a devastating blow. The king had secretly taken a beautiful servant as his lover. Just as Amenet was about to be crowned, the servant suddenly gave birth to a baby boy. This newborn's arrival meant the throne that was rightfully hers would slip away. The king quickly changed his promise and declared his son the heir to the throne. Amenet's rage was uncontrollable. She understood that power is never a gift. She had to take back everything by her own hand. Consumed by hatred, she used her blood to summon Set, the god of death. She was willing to pay any price to make a deal with the devil. The god of death gave her a mysterious dagger embedded with a ruby. When she gripped this blade infused with the death god's power, eerie symbols representing his dark force began to spread across her entire body. Her eyes transformed into demonic golden pupils. From that moment on, she possessed terrifying dark powers and an immortal body. She killed her own father with her bare hands. Even her infant brother was not spared. According to the devil's contract, she had to choose an adult male as a sacrifice. She would use the blade of Set to pierce the body of the chosen one, allowing the god of death to descend into the mortal world. Together, they would rule the entire world. Halfway through the ritual, the pharaoh's guards arrived just in time. They shot her with mercury-filled darts to suppress her powers, rendering her magic useless. The guards quickly subdued her and interrupted the ceremony. Amenet's sins were too great. Having inherited the death god's power, she could not be killed. The guards turned her into a living mummy, sealing her in a coffin of death for all eternity. The sarcophagus was exiled to a foreign land far from Egypt, buried deep underground to suffer eternal darkness as punishment. The ruby on the dagger was brought to an underground tomb by a crusader leader in 1127. Centuries later, a construction crew digging a tunnel accidentally discovered this crusader burial site. It was filled with countless bodies. Dr. Jekyll's mysterious department quickly took over the preservation of the site. He knew that when the crusaders invaded Egypt, they suffered a catastrophic defeat. More importantly, they had brought back one of the darkest secrets of the ancient world in a small village in Iraq, a battlefield where U.S. forces fought terrorists. Nick, the main character, serves as an army scout. He's assigned to long-range reconnaissance missions. He always uses these missions as opportunities to steal ancient artifacts from war-torn countries and sell them on the black market. This time, he stole an ancient tomb map from an archaeology expert named Jenny. The tomb is located inside Iraq, right in the heart of rebel-controlled territory. Nick and his partner Vale not only failed to find the tomb's exact location, but also got into a fierce firefight with the insurgents. They were completely surrounded by the enemy. With no way out, the two immediately reported back to command. They barely made it out alive thanks to quick military air support. What Nick didn't expect was that the airstrike accidentally blew open an ancient underground tomb that had been sealed for ages. A massive ancient Egyptian statue stood before them. The two were completely stunned and quickly called in the command team. The colonel immediately ordered the site to be secured. Archaeologist Jenny soon arrived to ensure the artifacts didn't fall into enemy hands. Jenny explained the situation to the colonel and requested permission to explore the tomb. The colonel gave her 3 hours to investigate. For safety reasons, he assigned Nick and Vale to protect Jenny. As they entered the burial chamber together, the three rappelled down into the deep, dark underground tomb. The space below was far larger than they expected. The symbols on the walls looked like a pharaoh's burial chamber, yet there was no treasure anywhere. The three quickly noticed something was off. Mercury was everywhere. All the mercury converged at the center of the tomb. In ancient Egyptian mythology, mercury was the only weapon used to suppress evil spirits. They turned on their flashlights and went deeper. As the three entered the inner chamber, they saw a deep pit filled with mercury. 6 guardian statues surrounded the pool, as if protecting something inside. After careful observation, Jenny concluded that this was not a typical tomb. Unlike other pharaohs' tombs, all the guardian statues here faced inward. Their purpose was to suppress, not to protect. She immediately determined that this tomb was a prison built by the ancient Egyptians to seal away someone utterly evil. At that moment, the colonel radioed from above. A sandstorm was approaching. The three had to evacuate. Jenny, obsessed with studying ancient Egyptian culture, wanted to find find out what was sealed here, and got into an argument with Vale. Nick, eager to find treasure, noticed 3 locked chains at the bottom of the pool. A massive boulder hung from the ceiling, suspended by those chains. After studying how the mechanism worked, Nick pulled out his gun and shot one of the chains. As the gears turned, an ancient sarcophagus slowly rose from the mercury pool. This was the mummified Princess Amanette from 5,000 years ago, and Nick had just set her free as the coffin was raised. Its front faced directly toward Nick. When the 3 saw the pattern on the sarcophagus, a chill ran down their spines. Something sinister happened immediately. Swarms of spiders poured out from the cracks in the rocks, crawling all over the unfortunate Vale. Vale couldn't dodge in time and panicked, firing his machine gun wildly. The bullets barely did any damage. Nick tried to calm him down, saying they weren't venomous, but Vale still got bitten. With no other choice, the 3 prepared to leave. At that moment, Nick looked into the eyes on the sarcophagus and saw a vision from across time. In the endless desert, a graceful figure slowly walked toward him. As she got closer, the woman's face became clearer. It was the seductive ancient Egyptian princess Amanette. She slowly approached Nick and whispered, "You are the one chosen by death." Nick stood there as if his soul had left his body. Just as Amanette was about to kiss Nick, Jenny noticed something was wrong and snapped him out of it just in time. Nick finally came back to his senses, wondering what that vision was all about. At this point, none of them realized the danger. Jenny even convinced the military to airlift the mummy back for archaeological research. As the sarcophagus was lifted from its sealed resting place, the crows outside suddenly became restless.